You ever wonder why it's hard to maneuver? It's hard to grow. It's hard to change. It's hard to prosper. Okay. I'm going to tell you a reason why. A lot of us, we live in a dirty, filthy, nasty, negative environment. All right. So, you guys, one thing you have to understand, you can't be clean and dirty at the same time. Okay. Basically, what I'm saying is you can't be negative and positive at the same time. And what I've learned, okay, if you want to move to a much cleaner environment, okay, healthier environment, prosperous environment, you have to clean up your mess. That's where it starts. It starts by taking action of cleaning up your mess. Your mind, okay? You want to think positive. You want positive to come to you. You have to clean up that negative mindset. You got to find a way to get rid of it. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to have days where you're not going to think about certain things that's going wrong in your life. All right, that's normal. That's just a part of being a human being. But for a lot of you, you focus too much on the negativity. There's too much negativity going up here. All right, and that's why you don't experience positivity on the outside. Your relationship. Again, I'm not saying that no relationship is perfect, okay? And if you see one that's perfect, trust me, guys, that's just a front, okay? Especially for social media. Everybody goes through something, all right? And when I say relationship with your kids, your wife, your spouse, your parents, your coworkers, your employees, your clients, okay? All of this is a relationship. But what you have to learn how to do to keep a relationship in a good standing point is a lot of times, guys, we have too much mess. People like to gossip. People like to talk to you and then go tell somebody else what you said about them, and vice versa. You got to get rid of that. And that's why a lot of us have toxic relationships, toxic friendships, because it's too much mess. It's just like your home. You ever had your house is dirty, junky, filthy, okay? Your car. But guess what happens when you clean it up? You just overall feel better as a person. It just makes you feel good. So that's what I'm saying, guys, is that learn how to clean up your mess. Learn how to clean up your environment. You ever went to maybe a part of town, certain city, and it's just a horrible, nasty feel, and it makes you feel a certain way. I remember the first time my wife, she's from Detroit. I remember the first time, probably about 13, 14 years ago. I went to Detroit, for the first time. All right. And guys, when she took me to a certain part of that city, it made me feel bad to see how human beings were living in that type of environment. Made me feel horrible just as a person. And I didn't even live there, but it just made me feel a certain way. See what I'm saying? Like you have to find ways to clean up your mess as much as possible, because that's how you function. That's how you feel. Just like me as a service provider, I don't cater to certain neighborhoods, and there's different reasons. For the most part, most of certain people that live in lower end communities are not going to hire my service, all right, because we're not a cheap service. So we work in much what I call upper middle scale, more fluent, high end areas. We go into like a lot of country clubs, and again, when you go to these areas, these are clean, well taken care of environments. And it makes me feel good to be there. See what I'm saying? The people that I'm associating myself with, the homes that I'm working in, the community that I'm working in. So we have to understand that where we position ourselves, okay? Where we position our minds, how we function, okay? Where we are putting our time, what we are putting in our thought process. Okay, you're thinking about everything that can go wrong and everything that's going wrong. All right, everybody that's doing you wrong. But when you learn how to flip that and you focus on everybody's just doing you right. And what if no one's treating you right? Well, guess what? You can treat yourself right. You don't have to wait for someone to treat you a certain way for you to basically understand how to treat yourself a certain way, because when you learn how to clean you up first and have self-respect for yourself, okay, build your self-image, you will be surprised how people will naturally start treating you without you even have to say anything or do anything. Because again, your perception, okay, and your reflection of who you are on the outside plays a big part of how people view you, okay? So clean your mess up, okay? Keep your house clean. You'll be surprised how you just feel good about me. I will say, man, I love my wife because my wife cleans. She keeps a clean house. I mean, what do they call it? OCD? My wife keeps a clean house, all right? And it feels good to come into that home every single day and just be in a clean environment. And I think a lot of it plays a part in where are you positioning yourself every day? Who you are positioning yourself around every day. So like I say, guys, if you're always placing yourself around toxic, negativity, drama, gossip, eventually that's what you become. But if you flip it, all right, and you start working on you first, you will be surprised how you will start attracting that back to you. And your life will just be in such a good, not only just a good position, but just it will just be an overall good feeling. All right, guys. See you in the next one.